Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Bold and the Beautiful has Eric Forrester silently stewing as Steffy Forrester and her father, Ridge Forrester, put SC's reputation in danger with their harsh actions on the CBS soap. Eric built Forrester Creations and B hints he's not about to sit by as his granddaughter and son's personal lives start tearing it down. But it looks like he does this from behind the scenes, as the soap promises a twist next week. Bold and the Beautiful's Eric Forrester, John McCook, built his company into a world-renowned fashion house. But looking toward retirement, he put Ridge Forrester, Thorsten Kaye, and Steffy Forrester, Jacqueline Messinswood, in the wheelhouse. For Eric, it was always about family, and FC was to be the legacy he intended to leave behind for his Forrester brood. While things went fine for a while, Steffy Forrester's, Jacqueline Messinswood, personal life seeped into the business, causing the workplace to become unhinged. It started with Steffy, but Ridge followed suit, as he defended his daughter's decision to fire Hope Logan, Annika Noel. So, Eric has his two co-CEOs driving his life's work in the wrong direction for his ideas about a family business. While he likely won't appear to take matters into his own hands on the surface, he might do so from behind the scenes. Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for next week have Steffy and Ridge waiting with bated breath to hear what Justin Barber, Aaron D. Spears, says about undoing this takeover. But the spoilers suggest they won't hear good news. Ridge Forrester offered his CEO a second chance if he stopped his takeover plan. But from what the B preview shows, it looks like Carter Walton, Lawrence St. Victor, didn't bite at Ridge Forrester's offer, and that's likely due to a contingency the dressmaker threw in. What came along with that offer was Carter needing to dump Hope, which he isn't about to do anytime soon. So, as the father-daughter co-CEOs look for a way to fix Carter's deed, Eric might see this mess as a chance to bring the company back to where it needs to be. Eric likely had enough of his granddaughter, who shut him down as he tried to protest her firing Hope. She acted callous, treating her grandfather as if he was insignificant. Bold and the Beautiful fans saw how Eric retaliated once before when he was made to feel unneeded at SC. He set up shop, creating his final SC line. But this time, he might have something else in mind. Bold and the Beautiful might have Eric Forrester furious when he first hears about Carter and Hope's coup. But he already knows that Carter is correct about SC going in the wrong direction, which started with Steffy firing Hope. So Eric might silently join up with Carter, giving him pointers as he gets SC back in order. Then, with Steffy and Ridge no longer in control, Eric could step back in and run the company the way he always wanted. Of course, Carter would probably need to table his dreams of FC becoming a global luxury brand. But to get the company back on track, he'd likely do so with little protest, if any at all. Carter would most likely welcome the chance for Eric to become the final word again at FC. Or, with Carter's help, the Forrester matriarch could set something up so that the other members of his extended family who work there won't ever face something like Hope did. Maybe he could create a board consisting of folks who work at SC. Then they could vote on important business decisions, like ending a design line. Either way, if Eric Forrester should secretly support Carter as he proceeds with this takeover, he could bring Forrester Creations back to where it belongs. This would also act as a wake-up call to Steffy Forrester and Ridge Forrester, as it teaches them something about being part of a family business on the CBS soap. The grand halls of the Forrester mansion echoed with the quiet crackle of the fireplace, but there was nothing warm about the atmosphere. A storm was brewing, not outside, but inside, under the ornate ceilings and among the people who wore the Forrester name like a crown. Eric Forrester stood tall, dignified in his tailored jacket, his sharp eyes fixed on the two people who had once been the pride of his family, Ridge and Steffy. His voice, usually calm and measured, had a steely edge tonight. "I built this family," Eric said, voice cutting through the silence like a blade. "Brick by brick, stitch by stitch, and now I look around and wonder, was it all for nothing?" Ridge shifted uncomfortably, his brow furrowing. "Dad, come on, let's not do this tonight." But Eric raised a hand. "No, you don't get to deflect, Ridge. Not tonight. Not after what I've seen, what I've heard. This family is on the edge of tearing itself apart, and the two of you are holding the scissors." Steffi crossed her arms, defiant. "We're just trying to protect what's ours, what's best for Forrester Creations." She faltered, but Ridge stepped in. "You're angry. I get it. But we've made decisions to keep the company moving forward. You should be proud of that." "Proud?" Eric's eyes burned. "I should be proud that my son and granddaughter schemed to sideline everyone else in this family? That you've turned this legacy into a battlefield?" The room fell quiet, the only sound the tick of the antique clock in the corner. Eric's gaze was unwavering. The weight of decades pressed into every word he spoke next. "Do you remember why I started Forrester Creations in the first place? It wasn't for power. It wasn't for boardroom wars. It was for love. Love of design, love of beauty, and yes, love of family. We were supposed to be united, a force of elegance and class. Now, we're just another dynasty crumbling from the inside." "But you did," Eric snapped. "You hurt me. You hurt your brother. You've both forgotten the most important rule in this family: loyalty." Eric stepped closer, his voice dropping, but his tone was no less intense. "You think this is all about business, about who's sitting in the CEO chair? That's not what defines us. Family defines us. Trust, respect. And when you pit sibling against sibling, when you manipulate behind closed doors, when you start choosing control over compassion, you lose everything that matters." "Thomas is your brother," Eric continued. "And yes, he's made mistakes, but haven't we all? When did you decide you were the judge and jury of this family, Steffi? And you think that gives you the right to exile him? You think you're doing what's best by tearing him down instead of building him up. And you, when did you stop being a father and start being a politician in your own home? You've let ambition turn you into someone I don't recognize." "I'm not turning my back," Eric said firmly. "I'm turning your heads, because you're about to lose the soul of this family, and I won't let that happen." Eric looked between them, then gestured toward the family portrait hanging above the mantel. "Look at us. Look at what we used to be. That photo wasn't just posed. It was real. We were happy. We were strong. We were united. You're both so focused on control that you've forgotten the purpose behind the power. Forrester Creations doesn't just belong to the two of you. It belongs to all of us. It belongs to every name in that photo, to every memory, every late night, every sketch brought to life by someone who believed in the dream." He walked over to his desk and picked up an old sketchbook. The pages were yellowed with age, filled with designs drawn by hand, his hand. "I started this company with passion, and I won't let that be buried under boardroom politics. If you want to lead this family, truly lead it, you'll need to start by healing it."